Sometimes, even though we plan ahead to have our calving season when there is forage excess production, naturally in our ranch or farms, we may hit a drought. Lately, I have seen a drier weather pattern developing in my area and have heard reports from many of you that it's turning out to be a dry spring. And around the world, I am getting reports that it is not a wet spring. So when it doesn't rain in the rainy season, we can call it a drought. When it doesn't rain in the dry season, that's something else altogether. Well, this may have impacted you, or you may have heard from someone else that has been impacted. And it is particularly a problem when we have a drought during our calving season. Why is it such a big issue when calving in a drought? Well, obviously, there is a matter of a lack of forage. And when cows are calving, they require ample forage supply. What ends happening is that we start to rotate our cows through the pastures that have a little grass on them in each paddock. And even if we move them slowly, which requires a lot of attention and care, we can still end up with calves left behind. This is so common that having a percentage of calves lost or left behind is considered normal by many ranchers and farmers. It doesn't need to be that way, but I can relate to that. Many years ago, when I did not know the best way to manage this situation, I was managing a calving herd and left on the weekend and left someone else to move them on a daily routine. When I came back, I asked him how many cows calved over the weekend, and he said 3 or 4. But I found one cow in the herd that was bellowing and looking for her calf. So I went back. This was on Monday. I left on Friday night. So I went back to the previous paddocks and couldn't find the calf. And it wasn't tall grass, it was short grass. But they are hidden so well I couldn't find it. Tuesday afternoon or midday, we found the calf that finally stood up and came out of its hiding place where her mom had left him. We reunited him with his dam, and all was well. Now you may say, well, one calf is not that important. But let me tell you, I have seen tens of calves lost or left behind in larger ranches. And this is very important because hydration on a baby calf comes through milk. They do not drink water. So if the dam or the cow is not with her baby, the baby may die of dehydration. This is also the time when predators close in on the calves because they are left behind and their mom or cow is not there to defend them. As movement draws movement, when we move or are rotating our cows when calving, a newly calved cow will be drawn by the movement of the rest of the herd moving to the next paddock when they are given a fresh break, leaving her calf behind. And that will be a problem because it will be the same as if she wasn't being given a fresh break. Now, some ranchers try to deal with this by leaving open 2 or 3 gates behind the movement of the herd so cows can go back and fetch their own calves. But some paddocks may be too far away and she may not be able to go back to her calf. Now you may think, well, I can solve this problem just by feeding hay or supplement. Well, the problem is that when you do this, the cows will compete for the hay or supplement, and will abandon their calves to come fast to consume enough of it to make up. And while this is being fed, they will leave their calves behind. So we still have the same problem. Furthermore, the new mothers may get confused as there will be many new calves born every day. A cow may claim other calves, and leave hers effectively orphaned because no one else will claim it. I have seen these two situations happening many times in different ranches or farms. So what can you do about it? In my online course, Optimal Calving Season, I go in very much detail on how to manage this kind of situations to maximize profitability. And today I would like to share with you a simple but very important tip that you can implement. What you do is plan to defer from grazing enough paddocks early in the growing season, since first green up, so that in the event of less moisture than expected, you still have enough forage for your calving cows for the duration of the calving season. Now, if you did not plan for this, or the drought is so severe that there is not enough grass for all of your cattle, it is convenient to reserve your grass for your calving cows and feed storage forages to the rest of your cattle. If grass is in such a short supply, it is wise to distribute your calving cows in smaller groups so that they do not need to move or be rotated much, and they can calve unmolested. This way they have ample time to bond with their calves. By having enough forage for calving cows for the duration of your optimal calving season, you can ensure a happy calving season where problems are kept to a minimum.